Welcome people of YouTube, Jack Gash here again today, bringing you 4 years of freeform dreadlocks. So it's been a while since my last one, so I decided to give it some time so you can actually see a difference in what's been going on with these locks, because I was doing them each month and you couldn't really tell much change. You could see little bits, but I just thought leave it a while so you see a substantial change. So if you remember in my last report or one of my last videos about my dreads, I chopped some locks off. They're currently starting to form now. Got a few in the front. It's like a little bit of a fringe, bit wild and a bit bum fluffy, but it's getting there. It's just practical wise, I've noticed that they start to form and then come down the sides here. You can see got a few loose ones, but yeah, I'm currently tied up for the building site. There we go. Some absolute warrior locks. Troopers. Yes, man. Yeah, to the man. I'm just going to move my dog out that way. There we go. As you can see, these are some beastie locks nowadays. The oh, wrong one. They are heavy. They sometimes get in the way. When I've been in the shower, they are super heavy. But yeah, I have to take a good step back so you can see them now. Yeah, man. We're about chest length now. Big natties. Some of the old time favourites. Now, the old time favourites. Now they take some finding these days, because there's so many of them. Oh, I felt it. I felt it somewhere here. They're so long. Can't find it at this side. I don't really have the noggly goggles anymore on the back, because they're all massive. Still have the chicken foot or the claw, chicken footy claw one that's 3 on the end. Still surviving, still going strong. If you've noticed, the tips are turning blonde now. That's with the sun. That's no bleaching or anything. That's just the natural way of the sun. I'm trying to find the little man. The little wavy one. It's somewhere on the side here. I can feel it. I can feel it. It's there. It's so long. Look at the size of it. What in the hell? That is one long ass man. Look how tall he is now. Still waving. Still waving, but long as foog. Yeah, if you watch back, just go back to like a year, 10 months or something like that, and just have yourself a little laugh to see where these things have come from, because they are absolutely huge compared to what they used to be. You know, massive. As I say, this fringe, it could do with doing me some favours and starting to dread and get a bit longer now, because it's not that it looks daft or anything, but it's just a bit, you know, a bit doesn't fit in. But we'll get there, man. It's all a process. It's starting to freeform again. You know, you can see the curls coming. I could do it an own little dread report for my fringe. Maybe a fringe report might be a good idea to see how this little patch has its own little journey going on. Never mind all this. What about this? So yeah, it's getting there though. It's wearing a hard hat at work. You know, taking a hard hat on and off and stuff. It does a bit of the rub technique. Not that I try and do it, it's just that I've got one on all day. But I tie my hair up for work. I do have my dreads out at work. I've stopped wearing a woolly hat because I'm so pleased and happy with these things that I choose not to cover them up. I like to have them out. I like to have them present. quite funny really. I get a few comments from a few of the lads on site. You know, one guy turned up and he was like, what the fuck, you know, how often do you wash it then? And then like one guy said to me only just today, why do you have that on your head, why don't you cut it off? But people don't understand, man, but it's just the way of the dread. If you know, you know. But yeah, that's where they're at. Long as hell. Yeah, boy. Yeah, I must say, you know, as I started out this journey, you know, I asked myself, many a times I asked myself, why did I do this? Why did I choose this hairstyle? Why did I choose to do it? And I think I came up in my little journal with a nice little description of what I personally find dreadlocks are about for me. And it's just a sign of self-acceptance, a sign of, you know, believing in, you know, accepting the way you are. I know some people might not fully understand why you'd want to have hair like this, but it's just ultimate freedom. It's, you know, a place in myself where I said, you know, I'm giving up on shaping myself to society's way of looking. You know, I'm not judging anybody by this, but you know, a lot of people have short back and sides, a hairstyle, and it looks nice. But for me, I'm just a bit of a free spirit, a bit of a wild card, a bit of a wild child. So to have hair like this kind of gives this statement and the impression of what I'm about. And people who see me on the street, people who do talk to me, sometimes stereotype me, that's a natural thing. But they know what I'm about. They know that I'm not about the cultural expectation, you know. It's not usually a hairstyle you see, especially on a Caucasian guy. You know, it's, I mean, this day and age you do, but, you know, it's something you don't usually see, especially freeform. You know, I haven't gone to a barber's to do this. I haven't gone and had this made. It was just the way nature intended, and it's done it all itself, you know, and I'm quite happy with the result that it's done and how it's come out. You know, it's pretty wild. Pretty, I don't think, you know, I had some dreams recently, which is quite an interesting story. I had some dreams recently about cutting it all off, which got into my head. I was like, oh, do I want to cut my dreads off? Do I really want to do that? And then I pondered on it for like a few days, and I thought, if I did cut it off, what would I do instead? What kind of hairstyle would I go for? What kind of thing would I do? And I don't know. I couldn't do anything else. I think this is kind of me now. Maybe trimming them shorter if they got in the way too much, but at the moment I like how long they are because they're just so, I don't even know, they're just a bit of a statement. They're a bit of a PowerPoint, you know what I mean? It's like, whoo, big dreads, especially if I'm like riding my bike or climbing and swinging, you know, looking like Tarzan or some shit. So yeah, man, they're good fun, and they introduce a nice happy atmosphere for people. I find that people come and talk to me a lot more. They come and feel a bit more warm to me. You know, they realise that I don't really take life seriously or myself seriously enough to care. So, you know they can get away with just giving me some abuse or some banter or some fun. So yeah, man, if you've enjoyed this dread report and you wish for me to do more, and you think it's a good idea for me to do a fringe report, drop a little comment, let me know, because I'm happy to do fringe reports. I just got a bit stalled with doing dread reports because yeah, they just got a bit the same, and I felt like I was saying the same things and they weren't really fun to do. I was losing my heart, and I always try and do that in my videos. I try and make sure that I'm doing something that I believe in, that I love doing and I enjoy doing. And I'm not saying I didn't enjoy dread reports, they just felt a bit repetitive and that I was just saying the same thing every month. So if you'd like a fringe report, drop a little thumbs up, let me know you're here, let me know what you think to my dreads. Let me know how your dreadlock journey is going. I want to say a massive thank you to everybody who contacts me on Instagram and all my social media. People message me all the time. Surprisingly, it's interesting how many people do pop questions towards me about dreads and growing dreads and all the ins and outs and what to expect and stuff. I've had lots of questions, lots of feedback, loads of people just, you know, communicating with me, and it's nice to see that I can almost help people a little bit in what to expect with dreads. I mean, I've only experienced these locks, and I've only done obviously ever done freeform, so I only ever know freeform. For me, it's the only method. As I said in my video last time, it's just, yeah, they're just good fun. It's a long, patient journey that takes a lot of character building. I remember in my early dreadlock journey, it was just like a mad hairdo. I looked like the guy out of Back to the Future. Marty, you gotta go back to the future. That's what I look like. So yeah, man. As I always say on this channel, peace and love to anybody watching this. Make sure you're taking it easy. Stay tuned for more videos. I'm getting back on top of my shit. I've been doing a lot of grafting lately, so it's hard to get time, but you've got to make time in this world because you don't get it back. So yeah, man.